Hey everyone, welcome back to the Career Evangelist Podcast. I'm your host, Bola Alabi. Today we are diving into a new topic that I think is very important. And this topic is 7 essential steps that you need to take before buying your next car. So whether you are a first-time buyer or a seasoned pro, these tips that I'm going to share on this episode, they are going to help you to make smart money decisions. You know what it is here at our community today? It is Smart Money Monday. This is when I provide the short, sweet, and actionable episode with tips to help with your finances. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to do when you are considering the idea of buying a new car is that you need to check your credit report. All right, before you start dreaming about that shiny new ride, let's talk about getting your financial house in order. So first thing first, you need to review your credit reports. Trust me, you don't want any surprises here because there are bad actors out there and you don't want anyone using your identity to open any credit lines in your name. So here's a tip. You need to head over to freecreditreport.com. It's called free for a reason. It actually is free. Enter your details and go through the reports. If you see, for example, a JC Penny credit line and you've never shopped there or opened any credit with JC Penny, then boom, you might already have been a victim of identity theft. I don't want that to be you. So it is recommended that you should pull your credit report at least once every year to ensure that everything is accurate. So that's pro tip number one. Before you buy your next car, you should check your credit reports. Number two, you should improve your credit score. Unless you're buying your car with cold hard cash, you are going to probably need maybe some finances. So in order to do that, you need to improve your credit score because the higher your score, the lower the interest rates on your loan is going to be. Let me give you an example here. Say your credit score is 700 plus and you want to borrow like $15,000 in this high interest rate environment, you might be paying around $100 a month in interest, of course, depending on the length of your loan. But if your score is 500 and below, you could be shelling out as much as $180 or double that for the same loan. Yikes. So the pro tip here is that you should get familiar with the 5 major factors that influence your credit score and work on improving them. Your wallet will thank you later. So real quick, what are 5 major factors that determine your credit score? The first one is your payment history. The longer your payment history, the higher your credit score is going to be. And that takes about 35%. That accounts for about 35% of your score. The next one is amount owed. How much do you have or your revolving credit? That takes about 30%. The next one, number 3, is the length of your credit history, which contribute another 15% to your credit score. The fourth one is the credit mix. What type of credits do you have? Student loan, regular credit card, whether you have car loan, all these things, the credit mix contributes about 10% to your overall credit score. And the final one is if you open any new credits, and that's also accounts for another 10% of your credit score. So those are 5 important factors that you need to understand so that you can take control of your credit score and improve it over time. The third thing that you need to do before you buy your next car is to determine your budget. It's a fundamental question that you need to answer. Can you afford it? In the wise words of Susan Holman, if you know you can't afford it, don't get yourself into unnecessary debt. Financial stress isn't worth it. Here's my tip here. Your vehicle shouldn't cost more than 15% of your monthly income. For example, if you make 50K a year, don't go for that 80K car. It's just not worth the financial strain on you, on your family, and on your future. So you have to make sure that you can afford it. And to do that, you need to determine your budget. The fourth point is that you need to turbocharge your savings. Committing to a car is a big financial step. And cars, well, they are not exactly what you can categorize as assets. They cost money to maintain. Tires can blow, oil needs changing, and unexpected breakdowns can happen. My pro tip for you, according to financial experts, having 6 months worth of expenses saved in an emergency fund is a smart money move. This way, you'll be prepared for any surprises that may come your way. So the fourth point here is that you need to boost your savings. Number 5, now we are getting ready to buy your car. You need to research the model. What kind of car fits your lifestyle and budget? Is it an electric vehicle or a gas-driven vehicle? How reliable is the make and model that you are interested in buying? What's the insurance going costs? You need to find out that information. And what are the current owners of this vehicle? What are they saying about this brand, this model of vehicle? Here's my pro tip. You should probably consider taking a test drive of the vehicle, feel the car, see if it's a good fit for you. I highly encourage you to do your own work before you take that plunge. Trust me, this research will pay off later. Number 6, compare loan options. Now, are you paying cash or are you going to finance the purchase? If you are financing the purchase, I encourage you to shop around. Maybe look for 2 to 3 lenders so that you can be sure that you are getting the best quote, the best rate. Credit unions, they often offer better rates than the big banks. So I encourage you to check them out as well. Here's my tip here. A longer loan term with lower monthly payment might seem attractive at the moment, but it's not always the best option. So I encourage you to review the loan term carefully to make sure you are comfortable with what you are signing up for. Number 7, the last but not the least, you've got to answer this question. Can you afford it? If you are not convinced that you can afford these extra expenses from your monthly income, it's okay to hit the pause button. I encourage you to postpone the decision until you are ready. Your peace of mind is priceless, and you are going to thank yourself later. And there you have it. 7 essential tips to take before you buy your next car. I hope these tips they are helpful to you and they are going to help you to make wise and stress-free decisions. Thanks for tuning in today, and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful episodes. Until next time, drive safe and stay financially savvy.